So, Sammy, we're talking to Sammy from Ruthless. Welcome to Friday the 13th. Now, this is the first interview I've done with you, so I'm going to ask you some warm-up questions like I always
That's
ask all the
okay.
artists. My first question to you is, who are your influences as a singer? Who inspired you, and what age did you become a singer?
Ah, I actually got inspired. My all-time great is Ian Gillan. Um, when I heard "Child of Time," I was what uh, 13 or 14, something like that. When I heard "Child of Time," and I said I want to do that. And Ian Gillan's my all-time great. He's on my all-time favorite. And then of course Ronnie Dio. Uh, you know. Many others, many others. But I will give Ian Gillan as the top.
Yeah, I mean, I was a Gillan fan as a child. I'm like Double Trouble and Magic were like my two favorite albums.
Yeah, yeah,
Fantastic
yeah.
albums.
I loved. I followed his whole career. I just love him, of course, Rob Halford. Everybody
Yeah,
loves the
everybody
metal
loves
god.
Rob.
Yeah, and he's a cool guy too.
Yeah, I've met him about 5 times. He is such a cool, down-to-earth guy. No attitude at all.
No, no. We back in 84, I think it was. He was in town for an award show or something like that. And Kenny McGee, his girlfriend was working for KLOS at the time, the radio station.
Yeah, I know it.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, and so me and him and her picked up Rob at the hotel. Rob was such a cool guy. I mean, he was such a cool guy.
Awesome.
But yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, do you play any instruments, or was it just vocals that came first for you?
Um, I I started playing guitar, but never really got into it as much as I did vocals. I started playing bass, but I just never really could get into it as much as I did vocals. I kept going back to vocals. So no, I really don't play any instruments.
Right. So, what was the very first band you were in that actually recorded anything before Ruthless? That actually made a demo or an album? Did you do anything before Ruthless?
Let me see. Let me see. I was in several. A band, a band when I
I'm
was
just
in
trying
high
to.
school.
I'm just trying to
A
check
band
out
when I was
what.
in high school. Yeah, a band when I was in high school called Straight Lace. There was it was and the band wasn't straight laced. I'll tell you, we were partiers up the butt, man. But and then another band that I was in with that first band I was in with Kenny was called Bacchus, and we did a couple of recordings. But then after that it was Ruthless.
Right. So, how did you hook up with the guys from Ruthless back in the day?
Well, like I said, Kenny and I had already known each other and stuff. So we were starting a band, and we were looking. I put an ad out for a bass player, and Jack answered, and because we already had a drummer. And we thought we were just going to do just a trio with myself, and then I thought, a lot of bands are starting to do the two guitar thing, and it's a lot better. It sounds heavier. Every time I go and see a band, it sounds heavier. So I said, let's get another guitar player. So I put out an ad for a guitar player, and then we decided to get rid of the drummer. So at the same time, we had a drummer and guitar player ad out there, and it was in a thing called the Recycler, and at the back of it they had all the musicians, and you
Yeah.
could look. They had musicians wanted and musicians and bands wanted and all that stuff. And Todd Billings answered my ad, and he goes, well, hey, I got a guitar player. He goes, you mind if we both come down? And I go, yeah. So him and Roland came down, and it worked. It clicked right then and there, and
Wow.
that's how the band got together.
I mean, you did your first EP, Metal Without Mercy, back in 1984. What label actually released that back in the day?
uh um God, I can't. I'm not. It wasn't Axe. It was Ironworks.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Ironworks. And in fact, Dark Angel was working with them, and Jack Panzer was working with them also.
Right.
In
It's
fact,
funny.
I've got it.
It's
Go ahead.
said, Tommy, it's funny that you mention uh I Dark Angel because your second album, the first album, Discipline of Steel, was released on Axe Killer Records, the same as Dark Angels, We Will
Y-
Arrive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We have
yeah.
arrived, yeah.
We're both from the same area, you know. And we kind of just followed each other around a little bit. In fact, we played a lot of shows together, and we became really good friends. Um, Jimmy, Jimmy Durkin.
Yeah, rest in
I,
peace.
I miss, yeah, I miss him so much. He was my best friend. I miss him so much. We did so much stuff together. When we get into it, I'll talk to
Yeah.
more about it. But yeah, uh, we we had a lot of good times together. And Gene would always ask us every time we'd walk in, "You guys gonna play Gates of Hell tonight?" "Yeah, we're gonna play Gates of Hell." "Cool."
Yeah, Gene's a good friend of mine. I've known him many years. Great drummer.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. The atomic clock.
I mean, the EP then, Metal Without Mercy, was it a good seller for you?
That was pretty decent. It was pretty decent. I think if it had better distribution, it would have done a lot better. And I feel the
Yeah.
same thing with Discipline of Steel. Neither of them had really great distribution, and if they did, I think they both would have done a lot better. I
Yeah.
think if we were with a bigger label, we kind of the first label that came along, we wanted. You know, we were young, we wanted something. So first label that came along, boom, we took it. But Brian Slagle was at every one of our early shows.
I'm surprised.
Everyone.
I'm surprised they didn't sign you to Metal Blade.
Well, I'll tell you, he was very interested in the band, and I know that he wanted Gates of Hell for the second Metal Massacre,
Yeah.
but that it just never developed. But and I wasn't involved in on that. That was Kenny that was doing that, and so. But that would have been great because if we'd have done that, then we wouldn't have needed any of these other albums at any of the other labels at the time. So
I mean, Discipline of Steel is such a cult classic album. It kind of reminded me of three bands: Exciter, Savage Grace, and a band called Purgatory.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we played with a lot of shows with Savage Grace too. In fact, I have a story on that one. The first time we played with Savage Grace or Slayer, we were playing at a little place in Anaheim, California, called Radio City, and that was like the big thing that where everybody played, and we're all three playing together, and here we are at sound check, and they're saying, "Okay, who's going to open the show?" And Savage Grace goes, "We're not opening the show." And the other guys in Ruthless, before I even had a chance to say, "We're not opening the show," Tom steps up and he goes, "We'll do it." So,
Slayer opening up for you guys. Wow.
so Slayer opened up the show, and then it was us, and then it was Savage Grace. You know, Savage Grace wanted to headline, so I said, "Okay, that's fine." You know, but what's funny about it um, is that after sound check, after our sound check, we went back to Kenny's place to kind of kick back for a while because it was right down the street. And one of our road crew calls us up and says, "Hey man, you guys got a punk band opening up for you." And I go, "A punk band? Cool. I love punk." So I had to go down and see it. It was Slayer. Slayer was doing their sound check. That's when thrash was just starting to get going, you know. So it was great.
All right then. So I mean, that Discipline of Steel album was such a great album. I know it received a lot of good positive reviews back in the day.
Yeah.
What was the reason for you guys breaking up when you did such a great album? Why did you just call it a day, and not come back till 2015?
Well, we did stick around for a little while. I mean, we with that album, we were starting to have problems at that time anyways. I was frustrated because the fact is that Kenny and Roland in the original lineup did not get along. And and neither did Todd get along with Kenny. So he kind of wanted to push him out. I really didn't want to, but I was more into recording, playing live, getting as many women as I could at the time and partying. So I didn't really get into the business part of it. So he kind of pushed him out of the band. And when I started really realizing what was going on, it was already too late for that. And had Steve and Bryant, and we had started doing the Discipline stuff. And I don't know if you've noticed, but my name's not mentioned on that album too many times, because I did not write too much for that album. I wrote 3 songs.
Okay.
I just really wasn't into it at the time. In fact, I had gone, and Jimmy and Gene had asked me if I wanted to come down. They were going to replace Don at the time. And they asked me if I
Good
wanted,
singer.
yeah. And they asked me if I wanted to come down and do that. And I said, sure. I said, sure. So I went down and jammed with them for a little bit. And then they had to get their label and management said they had to get Don back because they got to do a tour. So they went and did that, and they came back and go, "You want to do it?" And I said, "No, I think I'm going to stay with Ruthless." So I screwed up, I think, at that time.
So the Dark Angel thing was the Darkness Descends album, was it? Was that when?
Yes, it was Darkness Descends.
Right.
They'd already had the album out, and they were going to do their tour for that. And yeah, so that's that. I started looking around a little bit more, and I went down and jammed with Bloodlust.
Great band. That Guilty as Sin album is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
It's one of my favorites.
And after I did it, I went down. Guys were great and everything. And 2 days later, Earl calls me up and goes, "Hey man," he goes, "You want it?" And I go, "Yeah, I want it." And he goes, "You got it." So I said, "All right, cool." I started thinking about it and everything. And I go, "Well, do I want to really make a change now?" and I called him back and said, "Hey man, I think I'm going to stay where I'm at." So I kind of, I had a few
twice. You fucked up twice.
Yes, I fucked up twice. Fucked up twice. And then what happens? Then what happens? Ruthless split up about a year later, man, year and a half later.
I bet you were so gutted, so pissed about it.
Oh yeah, I was. I mean, I put together a couple of thrash bands, but it just wasn't.
Which ones?
It was one called Sacrament, LA. We were called Sacrament, but there was a Sacrament in I think England at the time.
And, there was, yeah.
And they wrote us a nice letter and asked us if we said they've been around a lot longer and asked us if we would change. So we just put LA at the end of it. Right. And became Sacrament, LA. We did a 4-song demo, which you can find it around
on YouTube.
Yeah. But in fact, Kelly from Pessimist, I think, has it.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I think he has it. But because he was good friends with us at the time, and I did another demo with a band I put together called Malicious, and then I really didn't do much after that. Didn't do much after that. I kind of just faded off for a few years, and then in the early 2000s I put together a band called Scarred.
Right.
And did a couple albums with them.
I'll check them out.
Yeah. There's some good stuff on the first album, and it's different. It's different.
What's it called, Sammy?
It's called God, I can't even think the name of it. You're asking me right off the bat here. God, I can't think of the name of it.
I'll check it out. I'll add you on Facebook, and then you can send me a
message. And I'll send it to you. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay, man. Don't worry.
I've got so much stuff going on right now, with the tour coming up and everything, and we had to. Joe had a back injury, so he's not coming with us. He's been in the hospital. He had a procedure done on his back, and he's going to be fine. He's recovering right now.
Send my regards.
I will. And but we have Rob, our good friend Rob from Evil Dead is doing the.
I know those guys really well. I'm meeting one at Bloodstock Festival.
Oh, cool.
Body count. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, well, say hello to Rob for me. Fucking. I tried drum taking for him.
Cool.
Fuck. Oh man, we've all had some bad luck, you and me, with this fucking drum teching and vocals
Oh,
positions.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Sammy, I'm going to talk to you about the next album. You came back and you did They Rise in 2015. Obviously, Kenny was back in the band. Sound to Pure Steel Records. How was that for you, coming back after all
Oh,
that time?
that was actually good. It was actually good. We'd already had a few years of warming up. I mean, because we played Keep It True with Jimmy Durkin on the other guitar because we couldn't find Rowan, and yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed the album and stuff. It was kind of getting our feet wet again, and it went good for a while and stuff, uh, and then Kenny decided to walk again, so he did that a lot.
Oh shit! I mean, after that, you did the next album, which is Evil Within.
Within,
Yeah,
yes, and that I really like that album. I really do. I like that better than I do most of the other albums before then. Um, but yeah, Evil Within was kind of an idea for me. I wanted to play a little heavier stuff, I
yeah.
thought. And Sandy was in the band, Joe was in the band, so I figured, you know what? They're both thrash guys. Let's do a little bit, and that's what we did. And that album I really enjoy, though. I enjoyed that album a lot.
I mean, after that, you came back and signed with Firefight Records, and you released the album The Fallen back in 2024. How was that coming back after all that time, like a 4 or 5 year gap? How was it to be signed to a different label?
Well, it was great. It was really
Sorry, it was
great. I mean,
Fire Records,
it's
wasn't it? Firefest Records, Fireflash. Sorry,
Firefly. Yes,
yeah,
yes. It's Flash Fire.
Flashfire. Yeah. Oh shit, there's so many fucking names.
anyway, anyway, uh, uh, it was great. It's great.
Yeah,
It was great. We enjoyed what it was is we were doing an album already with Bart Gabriel for his little label that he had at the time, and he decided he didn't want to run the label anymore.
right.
And it is Fireflash. You're right. I'm sitting here thinking, but anyways,
I'll edit that bit. I'll edit
yeah,
it.
edit that bit out. I don't want Marcus to hear
Yeah.
that.
Sorry, Marcus.
Love you, brother.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Um, and anyway, he got in touch with Marcus, and Marcus had Atomic Fire and Fireflash, and he signed us to Fireflash. He loved it. He loved the album and signed us to Fireflash, and that's where we've been. It's we've been working with Marcus ever since. Wherever he's gone, we've gone.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's great. The guy's phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean,
Does everything.
when you first started out, to me, you were kind of cross between speed and power metal. Now, would you say? Would you say you're more power thrash?
I'd say power thrash. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would. I would agree with that. I would agree with that because and that's my fault because I love thrash. I really do. But I want to get that old school Ruthless in it too. So
yeah.
we've got to have that power to it. So that power metal part to it.
I mean, the new
So,
album here behind me, great album, Curse of the Beast. Great album
yes.
cover. The album cover kind of reminds me a little bit of a band called Imperatori.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
had a werewolf on his
Chris.
album. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like shit. You guys been copying off each other.
Yeah. Mario Lopez. He did the Fallen,
Right.
the cover for the Fallen, and he did the cover for this one. I love working with the guy.
Yeah.
He does great work. You just give him an idea and he goes with it. I said, well, what we want is kind of like a werewolf attacking his victim, and I said, and we always use the Grim Reaper. So what did he do? He stuck the Grim Reaper right in the back there, kind of overlooking the whole thing. So Grim Reaper's like our mascot, like Eddie.
Yeah. So the album title, then Sammy, Curse of the Beast, was this the only title you had, or did you have any other titles?
We thought of some other things, but what I did is I brought Curse of the Beast in. Curse of the Beast was written 17 years ago by Jimmy Durkin and myself.
Okay.
And Jimmy said, I'm not going to use it in Dark Angel or Dreams of Damnation. He goes, but he goes, if you ever want to use it, go for it. So I told him, I said, well, unless I have the right lineup, I'm not going to use it. Well, I have the right lineup now. So Jimmy had passed, and so I messaged Annie, his wife, and I said, hey, in fact, I messaged her and then I called her and I said, I want to use Curse of the Beast. And she said, I give you my blessing. She goes, it's a
Yeah.
great song. It needs to get out there. And so that's how I got out there. And he wrote the lyrics, and we together wrote the lyrics, and we wrote the lyrics and he wrote the music, and it was fun. It was fun.
Awesome. I mean, so the album, how long did it take to record? And was it done in separate studios like most bands now have their own studios? Is it the same?
No, no, it was done in Ron Sandoval's studio. Everything was done there. He's got everything in that studio, so we don't need to go anywhere. I mean, the guy, you can even pick up an instrument that he's got there and use. But no, no, everything was done in the same studio. The album really came together really well. We started in September with the drums, and we ended, I think I did the vocals last part of January, first part of February.
Right. Okay. How do you see this album as a progression from the previous albums?
Oh, I love this. I love this album. I think it's moved Ruthless into another stratosphere. I
Yeah.
really do. I mean, I think it's built. I think it's this one is built for fun. Let's put it that way.
Awesome.
we're we're gonna have a lot of fun on stage playing these songs.
I mean, I've been listening to the album. I'm going to review it for you soon. There's 5 songs on this new album that I think you should play live at Headbangers Open Air or the tour. We've
Okay,
got
go ahead.
Blood Correlation.
Oh, Blood Coalition.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We've got Prophecy of Chaos.
Okay,
Yeah, we've got On Sands of Hell.
that's being played.
Yeah, Hollow Ground.
Hollow Ground's being played.
Yeah, and Curse of the Beast, obviously.
Curse of the Beast. Well, four of those five are being played. Prophecy is probably not going to be played, but four of those five are going to be played.
Awesome.
And maybe Suffocating Fear.
Wow, awesome. Picked a couple of good tracks there, and I got it
Yeah,
right.
you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Oh,
gonna are you headlining? Are you headlining the open night, the warm up night at
warm up show.
Headbangers?
No, we got on the festival late, and so
Right.
that's one reason why we're on the warm up show. But we are the third band on, so
I'll be
we're
there in time. Look out for me. I'll be wearing a Bloodlust t-shirt with my camera. That'll be me at the
okay.
front.
Okay.
I'll be coming.
Sandy, I'll point it out. I'll point you out to Sandy.
Yeah,
Say,
well,
look.
I'm gonna message Sandy and tell him that I'm gonna be wearing his t-shirt anyway, so he'll know it is straight away.
I'll go
So,
look. It's Jason, man.
so Sammy, what's your favorite songs off the new album?
Berserker. Oh, that's going to be played too.
Yeah,
Berserker. Curse of the Beast. Um, Sands on Sands. Um, and I'd say Blood Coalition.
right. Okay, great. So, what sort of have you had any reviews for this new album yet? Because I know it's not coming out till mid-July.
We've had a couple. We've had a couple that have come out and been pretty good. They've been really good. In fact,
Yeah,
everything that we've heard has been really good. Anybody that's said anything about it is really. That's why I'm saying I think this album is going to really be it's going to take Ruthless to another stratosphere.
yeah. Is this the t-shirt that you're gonna be selling on tour?
No,
Ah,
Marcus made up
sucks,
the
man.
t-shirts. It would be cool. Marcus made
Yeah,
up the t-shirts. You got to check those out.
yeah.
So yeah. I'll give you one.
I was gonna say to you, Sammy, is if you can give me a t-shirt and a CD, I'll send you lots of photos from the gig, the Headbangers Open Air. I'll just email them to you.
All right. That
Is that
sounds
a
good.
deal?
That's a deal. In fact, I'll give you
Thank you,
vinyl.
Sam.
How's that? I'll give you vinyl
No, no,
too.
I'll have CDs. I don't take vinyl. I
You
don't
like
play.
CDs? Okay,
Yeah, I'm a
okay.
CD man, brother.
All right. Then you got a CD, man.
So,
You got a
Sammy,
CD.
I just want to thank you for doing this interview. Do you have anything to say to the people watching this on YouTube?
Yeah, get out. We're gonna be there in July 18th is the first show. We will be in Europe. We love coming to Europe. It's our home away from home, and we can't wait to see you guys and just come out, get out to one of the shows.
Yeah, are you going to be playing any more shows like you are? You said you're going to be coming back next year. What about the UK? Is the
You know
UK?
what? You know what? We've never been able to get there, but Husky is the he's our booking agent now, and he's gonna try and get us into the UK. So I told him, I go, that's one of the places I want to play.
Yeah,
So
brilliant. Well, Sammy, thank you for doing this interview. I wish you all the best this evening. I will send you the interview link when it's online.
okay, that sounds cool.
Please say hello to the guys for me, especially Sandy, and I'll speak to you soon. I'll see you next month.
All right, Jay.
Be safe, brother. Thanks for the interview. Bye,
All right, brother.
Sammy. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Thank you.
Hey, please check out Friday the 13th. Jason is one kick-ass dude. I mean, uh, I love him. check out Friday the 13th. It's a kick-ass show.
Thanks for checking in and watching the interview with Sammy from the band Ruthless. So I'd like to thank the record company, Marcus who works for Fireflash Records. I'd also like to thank Sammy for doing the interview. Now, the new album, Curse of the Beast, is going to be released on the 17th of July on Fireflash Records. Check it out, folks, and if you get a chance to see them live in Europe, they are touring Europe in July. Thanks for watching. Leave me some comments, likes, thumbs up, and please share. Thanks for watching. More interviews coming soon.